Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below if you're so motivated to do so. Janice McCullough, the daughter of the late great Bernie Sanders, interviewed Monique, and she made a lot of people's eyebrows raise when she said this about her husband, Sydney.
She was like, "You can't do that," and I said, "No, ma'am, I'm not." Okay, and I got babies, but it was my husband, my best friend, my brother. He's had all these hats, and a lot of Black women would say, "Why do you call him daddy?" Because he's raising me. He's raising me. My father probably stopped giving me what I needed when I was around 13 years old. So now you got a woman that's 13, and now I'm 35, and now I got a bunch of money, what we consider to be a bunch of money. Let me just be real clear about that, okay? Now I got this money. Now I'm taking care of everybody. Who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna make me grow up? But when that man, when we were just best friends, and when we got together, this is what he said to me. He said, when we were best friends and you were married to other men, you were not my responsibility. You were my sister, but not my responsibility. As my wife, you are my responsibility. And there are certain things that will not be tolerated, will not be accepted, my husband has never raised his voice to me. Now, we've been married for 17 years, but best friends since we were 14. And I ain't never seen him have a bad day. Since we were 14, I've never seen this man have a bad day. I done seen him have to check some. I done seen him have to say, let's have a conversation. And when he's just smiling, just as humble. So when people say, oh, her husband is the problem, he's the problem. And my husband would say, Mama, to say no is difficult. Especially when it comes from a Black man on Black. When they've been so used to hearing yes, he says, so no, it's okay when they say we're difficult. It's okay. You don't have to defend that. But what you have to say is what makes us difficult. What makes us difficult. So it was my husband that grew me up. And
now, the bottom line is a lot of people say that that comment is kind of crazy or gross and different things such as that. And the bottom line is I understand why some people are grossed out by it, you know. I think that people really don't understand what a husband is, you know, or a wife. Your husband is not your daddy. He's just not. And I know a lot of women that like calling their man daddy and all of this other stuff, but the bottom line is he's your husband. And husbands do protect, they do provide. Fathers protect, fathers provide. But fathers don't lay down with you and have sex with you. I mean, so you know, calling him daddy and all of that other stuff, that's your business if you want to call him that. But to say he's raising you and you're calling him daddy, it just seems a little weird. Now, I'm not one to judge Monique and Sydney's relationship. That's their business. But from what I'm taking from her in this interview is that does she mean he's elevating her? Because obviously, with a husband, he's there to protect, to provide, to elevate, all of those things that a husband is supposed to do. But in her mind, she's twisting it like he's her daddy and raising her. And that sort of, to me, screams mental health unresolved issues that she's dealing with. A husband is a husband, a dad is a dad. And the two have similar roles, but they totally veer off when it comes to other aspects. And that's why one is called husband and one is called father. One is called daddy. I mean, this was a wonderful interview. Monique got into a lot of wonderful talking points. It was a great interview. I'll leave a link in the description. The whole conversation wasn't about her husband. She talked about many different things that I think is very important as far as the interview goes. It was a wonderful interview that Janice did. But a lot of people sort of stuck to that one comment that she made in the interview. And, we learn from each other. We learn from our husbands, our wives, our children, our sisters, our brothers, our mothers, our fathers. The thing that sort of I love Monique. I think she's great. But the thing that all this stuff about her husband, he's not God, Monique. Your husband is not God. He is not Jesus. And I think that she's putting too much on him, to be this wise sage Jesus Christ or something like that. And, that to me, that's a sense of dysfunction. You know, a husband is not your God. A husband is not your daddy. He's your husband. He's supposed to protect you. He's supposed to look out for your interests. He's supposed to be honest with you. If he thinks that you're doing something wrong, he's supposed to check you. He's supposed to say something. And as a wife, you're supposed to do the same thing. That doesn't mean that I mean, that's her opinion, and I can't. If that's her opinion, that he's her daddy and raising her, and and so forth, and she's acting childlike with him. That's her thing. That's her thing. But for somebody who was um experienced inappropriate activity from her brother, uh the SA word, for you to at your age think that you are being raised by a human being, uh, a man that bleeds blood like we do, that is fallible, that is immortal. I don't think he's raising you. Now, like I said, that's her opinion, but I'm doing this video for the broad scope of all of us women out here. Your husband isn't raising you. How many of us had children and we said that we matured after having our children? Are our children raising us? So I mean, like I said, people that come into our lives that love us and that really care about our interests, yeah, they're going to make us grow as people. And, it could be your husband. It should be your husband. It should be your children. It should be anyone that's close to you in your life that's going to balance you, humble you, um, encourage you. If somebody in your life is pulling you down and bringing out the worst in you, then that's not a person that uh you could grow with. But at the same time, we learn from everybody, good or bad, that comes in our life. Like, she often speaks about the experience she had with Oprah and Tyler Perry and the movie Precious and things like that. That was a bad experience for her, but it made her grow. It made her grow. And as she gets into this interview, it really made her realize that being blackballed was the best thing for her and her family, because it made her realize what was important in life. And that was her family, and that was love, and that was those people that's going to be there on her deathbed, not Hollywood. So I mean, is Oprah her mama? Is Tyler Perry her daddy too? I mean, they helped raise her too, if you want to look at it like that. Anyone that comes in our life that challenges us to grow, and grow in a meaningful way, that puts us on the right path, plays a part in raising us. But the ultimate daddy in my life and in my opinion is the Most High. He's my real true daddy. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below if you're so motivated to do so. This is Wonders of a Black woman. Peace.